Don't, like, it ain't really debatable, man. Snow. Let's not act like y'all ain't see this, man. Shout out to Snow, man. It's a good battle, man. But there was a level of discipline and grown man shit that Jeezy exhibited that only comes when you're a grown man. There was a level of grown manism that man exhibited tonight, man, that only comes when you're a grown man. No bullshitting. Yeah, I'm glad that Jeezy did that, man. We found ourselves in situations, where it's either your ego or your common sense. And it's like Jeezy looked at it and said, bro, we've been doing this shit for 20 years. I lost one of my partners. You lost your freedom. We could keep losing people. But what is it causing? We got these young boys killing each other. We got these young boys out here killing each other because they following examples that we showed. We can show them something different right now. I'm going to show them something different. He said, I'm going to show him something different. He said, I'm going to really show him something different, man. And he stepped up, and it was a grown man move, and for me, it was nothing but respect, man. I don't understand how anybody could not respect. Nah, they ain't talk that out backstage. He ain't talk that out. That was, what I'm saying? Like, I respect, how could I say it? I appreciate Gucci Mane for what he brings as, he's raw. You know what I mean? It's like what you gonna get from Gucci Mane is that he's raw. You know what I'm saying? He's who he is. He ain't trying to act like he's somebody he ain't. And you respect it. But there's a level of maturity that I don't believe he's reached yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe that he's reached a level of maturity yet. And I pray he do, man, because that could have went left. You in there talking about somebody. I mean, it's a level of maturity he got to get to, man. And I hope he get there, man, because a lot of times our ego is supersede our intelligence, man. So I just wanted to say that. That's right. It's morals, values, and principles for me, man. That's what makes you an MVP. Morals, values, and principles. I mean, I respect Gucci for playing his music, I guess. I mean, play your music, I guess. I ain't mad at you, but, it wasn't even, for me, it wasn't the music. Because you played a song, you made a song, you trying to win the battle, these are songs for but it's the after the music. It's the, send somebody else, you're going to dig somebody else up. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? That shit happened 20 years ago. You still on that? That wasn't grown man shit for me. Like, it wasn't the music and the songs. It's the afterwards. Yeah, you're going to dig somebody else up. This and that. What about what? What are you talking about, bro? What was he talking about? Yeah, I mean, you holding ill will. You still holding ill will by somebody trying to kill you. And I get it. But at some point, you going to let that control you for 20 plus years? You still here, beloved. I'm going to hold on to a nigga trying to do something to me for 20 plus years? Yeah, I'm glad that they came together at the end too, Leslie. How you doing? So I hope that's a lesson, man. I hope it's a lesson, man. That man showed a level of intellect, a level of energy, a level of maturity, and he used that for a teachable moment. He used that to be a teachable moment. He didn't allow his emotions to supersede his intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That's grown man shit. That's gangster. When you don't allow somebody else's emotions to supersede your intelligence and dictate how you move, that's when you gangster. You're not gangster when a man can say something to you and do something to you and force you to make an action based on what he says. You understand what I'm saying? If a man can do something to dictate your reactions, then he controls you. So when he says and does some shit to get a reaction from you and you don't give it to him, or you give him something completely different than he expected, that's when you're in control. That's when you gangster. That's when you have completely controlled the situation. Don't allow no niggas to pull you out your comfort zones. Don't allow words and stupid shit to get you out of your comfort zone and have you out there risking your freedom. You know, I was faced with a situation this week, and I had to retract myself. You know, I felt like I was right. I know I was right. I felt like I'm on the right, but you know, this and that, and my ego was getting involved, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna allow my ego. I did too much work. I did too much shit to recover from that, from allowing my ego to control my actions. I've done way too much to allow somebody to put me in a situation where I jeopardize my family and my freedom. I'm not going to allow that because they're not worth that. You know, they're not worth me jeopardizing my freedom and my family for anybody. You know, I put all this work in. I'm out here trying to fight for people's rights and fight for Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to allow somebody else's actions to put me in a situation where I jeopardize mine and everything that I accomplished. I'd be a new fool if you see me on the news. Oh, Mysonne did this to somebody. He caught up in some shit with some dude, you know, because over his ego. Y'all be laughing like crazy. Like, this man is crazy, man. You know, so I had to retract. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not no easy shit to take your emotions and your ego out of a situation. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It's very hard, especially when your emotions and your ego and all those things are things that you lived off all your life. You know? Good night, Iski. You know, it's really hard to have that level of discipline. And I had to look deep in myself and say, man, is this worth it? You got people that's willing to kill and die for you. You know, you got people that's gonna ride with you and ready to move soon as you make a word. You know, so what kind of friend, leader, you know, general, all these things would you be if you put their lives and their freedom and their families in jeopardy because you moving off emotions or you dealing with your ego? You know? What kind of man would you be? I believe me, I thought about it. I thought about it hard. Like, man, I'm not letting you niggas play with me and this and that. And I said to myself, what do I gain? I do something to somebody, I go to jail, I lose my life, I take a life, I do something. How does it really benefit me? You know, like what is the upside for me? You know? And I realized it was none. You know? It was none, man. It's about growth and development. It's understanding who you are and what you are, and what really matters to you. You know? You gotta realize what really matters to you, man, and make decisions according to what really matters to you. You know, so that's why I wanted to come out and shout out Snow. You know, it was hard for him to hear that his partner was killed and this man talking like it's nothing. It was a lot. It took you know what it took for a nigga to look like, bro? I'm not even going. That's 20 years ago, man. I'm not gonna allow you to take over my life. I'm not gonna allow you to take care of my life because of my ego. I'm not gonna let my ego dictate how you jeopardize my family and everything I've accomplished. 20 years, for 20 years, over some bullshit. No, I'm not gonna let that happen. You know? So shout out to them, man. Shout out to Jeezy. Shout out to Gucci. I hope Gucci get to a level of maturity and discipline, man, where his emotions don't supersede his intelligence, man. You know? It's very dangerous. Because none of us is the toughest person in the world. And, you know, and one of the laws of power is never insult or disrespect, you know, the wrong person, because you don't know how they will react. You never know how that person reacts, man. So, all I say is this, man. It was a teachable moment, and he taught tonight, man. And I hope somebody learned. I hope you young kings out here, you know, out here doing whatever you're doing in the streets, you learned something tonight, man. It's easy to react. Trouble is the easiest thing to get into, the hardest thing to get out of, man. You know, you react, you shoot somebody, stab somebody, you hurt somebody. It's easy. Try to get out of that. Try to get your ass out of that after you do it. It's going to be a cold day in hell, champ. So allow your intellect over emotions all the time, man. Salute.
I'm Prophet Muscle, the only man in the world who can do handstand push-ups with his fist on concrete.
I got trained by Roger Mayweather, Crazy Temple next.
I'm the son of Roger Mayweather.
Roger, tell these motherfuckers subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Prophet Muscle.
Subscribe for more, bro.